If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
In 1938, Dominic Mattei is a 70-year-old professor of linguistics. He is pining after the love of his youth, Lara. He subsequently travels to Bucharest, the city where he and she met at university. Feeling that his fruitless search for the origin of human language has condemned him to a solitary, wasted life, Dominic is intent on committing suicide after this one last journey. However, he is abruptly yet non-lethally struck by lightning while crossing the street. In hospital, Professor Stanciulescu informs Dominic that, much to both their surprises, the lightning appears to have regenerated him into a much younger man. Soon after, while residing at the professor's home, Dominic also discovers that he possesses strange psychic capacities. Quote, as Romania is invaded by Nazi Germany, Dr. Joseph Rudolph begins to show an interest in Stanciulescu's miracle patient. Since Dominic's budding powers have blurred his perception of reality, he is bamboozled into mistaking a Nazi spy known only as the woman in room 6 for an erotic fantasy. They spend their nights together, and she discovers that he has developed a talent for speaking in tongues. Meanwhile, invisible to human eyes, an alternate persona presents itself to Dominic as his other, from outside space and time. When Dominic asks for proof, the other obliges by bringing him 2 roses out of nowhere. Unbeknownst to Dominic, Stanciulescu has witnessed the event and overhears his friend ask himself, "Where do you want me to put the 3rd rosé?" Understanding the Nazis' designs, Stanciulescu persuades Dominic to escape from Romania. Single quote. Living like a spy, Dominic eventually winds up in Switzerland towards the end of World War II. There he is confronted by Dr. Rudolph at gunpoint in an alleyway. Rudolph argues that Dominic's existence supports the Nazis' ideal of the Superman, and that the coming nuclear conflicts can only be survived by a superior species of man. In the background, the other confirms this to be the case. However, in refusing to cooperate, Dominic manifests telekinetic powers which manipulate Rudolph into shooting himself. Subsequently, Dominic returns to a normal existence and resumes his linguistic research. Having realized that the lightning strike has partially lent him the capacities and knowledge of future humanity, he develops a secret language for his audio diary, to be deciphered long after the nuclear apocalypse. Single quote. Many years later, Dominic encounters a woman named Veronica while hiking in the Alps. The other reveals her to be the reincarnation of Lara. When the mountains are hit by a violent thunderstorm, Dominic rushes to her rescue and finds her chanting in Sanskrit, which he greets her with to gain her trust during her stay in hospital. Veronica now identifies herself as Rupi, one of the first disciples of the Buddha. Suspecting she may now be afflicted with a condition similar to his own, Dominic calls the Roman College of Oriental Studies for aid. Its representatives inform him that Rupi's last act in life was to retire into a cave for meditation on enlightenment. Since the cave's location is unknown, the scholars, led by Professor Giuseppe Tucci, agree to fund an expedition to find it in India. They hope that Veronica's past self will guide them. The venture proves a success when a local bodhisattva recognizes Rupi and directs her to the place of meditation. Following this discovery, Veronica becomes herself again and falls for Dominic. Single quote. The couple elope to Malta, where for a time, they live happily together. Dominic eventually tells Veronica in her sleep that he has always loved her. This causes Veronica to writhe in bed as if possessed. She begins chanting in a language which he does not understand. The other explains that she is speaking in the ancient Egyptian language, having traveled further back along the path of her past selves. For the next 2 weeks, Dominic learns how to control this state in Veronica. He leads her to regress ever further in time and to speak previously unknown tongues. However, Veronica's health begins to decline from exhaustion. Dominic declares that he cannot continue these sessions, or even remain close to Veronica. His proximity to her is accelerating her age. Over the objections of both Veronica and the other, he leaves. Single quote. Despairing, Dominic returns to the town where he taught as a professor. His alter ego appears to him in a mirror and reveals the future of mankind. Nuclear warfare will unleash an electromagnetic pulse, giving birth to a new and powerful human species. Dominic is this species' first member. Veronica symbolized the dawn of man, and he stood for the dusk. Outraged at the idea of sacrificing millions of lives in the name of evolution, Dominic shatters the mirror. Without the mirror, the other vanishes. In its final moments, it yells incoherently in an unfamiliar language. In the morning, townsfolk find Dominic's body lying dead at the bottom of a staircase, as Veronica's voice is heard echoing, "Where do you want me to put the third rose?" Quote. The rose appears in Dominic's lifeless grasp. Single quote.